Hi everybody, Msfs here. So we're here in Ypsilanti Airport. We're just getting ready to get ourselves ready. We're going to be heading out to Richmond this week in our Nascar 2022 series for Walker Air Transport. A little bit over 400 nautical miles. It's saying a little bit over an hour flight time, so it shouldn't be too terribly crazy. Gonna kind of do things the way I normally have, which really is, just going ahead and getting things done as I need them, but showing you, just kind of what we need. We're going to be flying at 25,000 feet, so that's the flight plan we have filed. We're going to call in here shortly to get our clearance, but just making sure we're all set. So we've got nav, VNav, should be all set there. We want our flaps, whoops, 15, and then I just need my performance. So we're going to do takeoff. Alright, so we've got our V speeds in. Just keep switching between different types of aircraft, so it always gets a little bit confusing. So let me call in for our IFR clearance. Willow Run ground. Request IFR clearance to Richmond, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, Willow Run ground. Clear to Richmond Airport. Lids tree departure. Gravy transition. Done as filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 118.905. Squawk 572
Cleared to Richmond Airport. Lids 3 departure. Gravy transition.
Have it on auto respond.
Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 118.905.
Get ourselves
Squawk
set.
5723. Walker 4021.
5723.
Walker 4021.
Put that in.
Reback correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Call back when ready for pushback or engine start, Walker 4021. Alright. So we've got everything set. So I think we are in pretty good shape. No, we didn't update. We're at 3001 for the barometer. So there we go. Do I want to be that far out on the range? Probably not. We'll let this one be a little bit further on this side. So there we go. Top of descent is there. That'll give us that information. But yeah, I think we're good. Request push and start, Walker 4021. So we don't really need a pushback, but
Walker 4021, Willow Run ground.
Because if we're out here, we got plenty of room to turn around. 23, I think, is over there. Face north, Walker 4021. So let me just get my engine going. So we're just going to need to get that moving along. We'll get these open. It should start up pretty good here. We got the boost. N2 to 20% is what we want. So we're going to get that run. I do need to get my tracking running. I'm a little behind here. Alright, and then we want to get the right engine going. Let me get my trim set here a little bit. So we'll be in good shape there. Get that one going. And we are firing up here. Should be okay. I didn't check. I need 3,300 on the block fuel, so I actually need a little bit more than what I got. So should be okay. Hopefully, since we haven't taken off, it's not going to give us any difficulty there, but that will give us a little bit extra. And I think we are good. Request taxi to runway, Walker 4021. Now hopefully it sends us to 23.
Runway 23 taxi via Delta. Hold short runway 9er.
Runway 23, taxi via Delta, hold short 9er, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, contact Willow Run Tower 125.275.
Contact Tower 121.75, Walker 4021.
Negative, tower on 125.275.
125.275, Walker 4021. All right. So, let me get the parking brake off. And we'll fire us up here a bit. And we will begin taxiing over. So, not using self-loading cargo right now. It's kind of a short flight, just a lot to do in that case. The disappointing thing with that, the Play HT that had kind of the nice nice pilot voice I liked, unfortunately. Okay, where am I going? Alright, yeah, going over there, so that's fine. It's one-time use for the free characters, and I'm sure I can find a voice that's entertaining enough for me on 11 Labs, but at this point I'm just kind of waiting, and will worry about that in some other future flight. I want to get a little bit ahead on the schedule, because as I've said, we have now it's interesting because I'm supposed to hold short runway 9. I'm a little lost here, but this is where it's telling me to go, so yeah, I don't know where. I mean, I'm on Delta, but then Delta takes me to runway 27, so it's a little messed up on how it's having me go, but because 23 is, I think, the one that I'm crossing here. Yeah, there you go, 5 and 23, and I can really just kind of go from here. I don't need to go, because this really is the starting point. So it's a bit messed up, but in any event, this is the direction we want to go. Request departure, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, backtrack runway 23. Call when ready for departure.
Okay, I'm on runway 23. Backtrack runway 23, Walker 4021. I guess I'll get across that line, so maybe...
Walker 4021, cross runway 9er at Delta. Continue taxi via.
Cross runway 9er at Delta, continue taxi via, Walker 4021. It's like it's a little botched up here. Alright, let's see. Request departure, Walker 4021. I think I'm here.
Walker 4021, Willow Run Tower, wind calm,
All
fly
right.
heading 110, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff, Walker 4021. Alright, so we need some landing lights. Again, we've got our logo set. So we are going to crank this up. And away we go. So Richmond will be the same track that the NASCAR series is going to in 2024 this year that I'm flying. So that we are kind of crossing into the same space. All right, we're at the point now that we can go. Positive rate, gear up. Get the yaw damper on. And turn on the autopilot. And I think what I need to do is do legs and go here.
Walker 4021, contact Detroit departure.
And we'll do that. Let's see. So let me do direct. Whoops. I'm over speeding. So let me slow down.
Walker 4021.
Yeah.
Contact Detroit departure.
Contact Detroit departure 118.95, Walker 4021. My goodness. Am I getting down here at all? So it is falling, which is good. Miles, it's not good that I'm falling, like... Alright, now I've, like, totally lost my, direction here. Alright, so let me look at my navigraph. Yes, I need to go to Kayslov, but I don't see Kayslov, so... Flight plan... Let's see. Direct... Am I... Oh boy, I just don't want to be hitting the ground. K... Zlov... Should be it. So we want to go there. Alright, so I think, hopefully, there we go. So in theory, it should follow the track now. We'll see. So we'll get our flaps up. So we're gonna put this down a bit. And I don't have any height, so what I need to do is get V speed and get this up. And we'll get ourselves going at, say, 1500. And that should hopefully work. So, a little bit sloppy. I tend to have a lot more of that than I'd like. Almost thinking we've probably circled the airport a few times, but I'm not seeing it around here, so maybe not. But we are heading off. Oh, actually, yeah, we're way past it. I think it's over there. We're going to be heading toward it here and then overflying it shortly. So I guess, well, yeah, there it is. So we drifted all that way just to get here. Detroit departure, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, Detroit departure, radar contact, cleared direct Kozlov, resum the lids tree. Climb and maintain 12,000.
Clear direct Kozlov, resume lids 3, climb and maintain 12,000, Walker 4021. Alright, so we are headed there. A little bit of turbulence, which is not uncommon in these Cessnas, but finally going past the airport. But, yeah, I think we took off, actually, yeah, because I think we came out here, and then, yeah, we took off down this runway, and then ended up where we did. So now we're finally flying over. We're going to cross the river, end up over, you know, heading past Detroit a little bit, and Detroit will be up there. Looks like we've got a little bit of haze, a little bit of... I am flying with weather, because with the Cessna I do have the ILS capability. But yeah, we're going right over KTD, Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey, which is main Detroit airport, so that's right in front of us there, but I'm assuming we'll be above 5,000 and so forth, so I'm sure we're cleared enough that they can resume operations and so forth, or not resume, not as if they stopped them in our case, but that they'll be able to do what they need. So, alright, well now we've slowed down, so I'm going to speed up some, because we are falling now. We're only going 180, that's obviously just going to make everything take longer, and obviously once we get past 10,000 we'll be able to go along at a healthier clip anyway, above 250, get it closer to 300, because right now it's telling me an hour and 43 minutes, and that's obviously a lot longer. So yeah, we're actually going to pass into Canada a little bit, so we'll be in Canadian airspace, because we're going to go over there, then we'll be going over Lake Erie, and then turning and basically heading down over Cleveland, I think, and then heading down to Richmond. So can't quite tell where we're crossing, but yeah, it does look like that's where we'll be heading. So I'll stick with you for a little bit here as we get some additional air traffic control and so forth. I'm assuming once we start getting near 12,000, usually Beyond ATC is pretty good at letting me clear before we max out. Again, I don't know that I'm going to change my altimeter to 12. We'll just keep an eye on things, and if somehow it's really not clearing me, but at this point, you know, we've got still like 37 miles, almost 38 to, I guess it's 27 to Kazlov. We've got 37 to Lids, which is just past it. So we're basically on a straight heading all the way to Nooner, I guess, is actually what it would be. But yeah, here, this is the river, and so we will, because we're overflying the airport, or just did, back there, and then, you know, we'll be crossing the river, and then that land across the river is Canada. I'm looking for downtown Detroit, honestly. I don't know that I'm seeing any of the buildings. So it's Keeler, Oscar, November, Zulu, that little triangle airport on that island there.
4021, contact Cleveland Center 119.905.
Cleveland Center 119.905, Walker 4021.
Negative, Cleveland Center on 119.905.
119.905, Walker 4021. Don't know why I didn't get it first. Cleveland Center, Walker 4021, 9,000.
Walker 4021, say altitude.
9,000.
Walker 4021, Cleveland Center, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Maintain flight level 250, Walker 4021. Alright, so we're all set there. Can turn off the landing lights and just continue on. But down to just a little over 3,000 pounds of fuel here. But yeah, we're going to head out and basically, yeah, we're going to cross that point, and then go out into the middle of Lake Erie, and then we should be set. So at this point, and yes, we will be flying over the Cleveland area. We're going to be, looks like flight path's actually going to take us slightly east of the Burke Lakefront Airport that's near downtown Cleveland. So we're going to be a good ways east of Cleveland Hopkins Airport as we cross over there, but we'll be heading on our way to Richmond. Again, at this point, it's telling me an hour and 15 minutes, but obviously once we get up to speed, we'll start clipping along a little bit faster. So I think we'll be in pretty good shape, but as we are getting ready to land, I'll probably bring you back in then. Don't know that you need the whole descent and all that, but as we get moving, you know, we'll take a look just before I sign off and let you go. You know, you can see where we're at here. We're going to have top of descent here, a little ways away, not super far, but let's see if I can, yeah, if I look at approach, it doesn't, unlike the 737, it's not giving me the location, but I'm going to get my approach vectors in and all that, and that will help. So I will see you in a bit. Alright, so we just dropped out of the haze. Getting really close here. We're about 4 nautical miles out from the airport. So still descending via autopilot, as would be normal here. We're not even at 1,000 feet above yet, so just finally gotten through there. We've gotten clearance to land, so shouldn't hear any more ATC until we get down there. But yeah, waited a little bit longer than I probably would have by, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Suddenly realized, oh, I'm not recording the end here. So definitely making sure that everything's in line. But we're down to, what, 2.5 miles out? Getting down to 500 feet. Bouncing around a little bit, but again, a lot slower than coming in at a 737, but a bit faster than maybe what you'd have in something else. So, like a Cessna that I'm using in the NeoFly series and stuff like that. But yeah, we're down to 300. We've got our touchdown points. Can see the lights. So definitely in good shape here. Just letting it bring it down a little bit lower.
Autopilot.
Alright, so we'll turn it off. We'll drift in a bit here. We'll back it off. And we'll let it float on in. Somehow I keep getting a bounce. Don't understand, but...
Walker 4021, exit right at Bravo.
Exit right at Bravo.
Exit right at Bravo.
Okay.
Walker 4021.
Well, I'm assuming that's there. So, small little airport. Oh, this isn't Bravo. This is another runway, so I'll head on over here. I don't even know if this is really a taxiway.
Walker 4021, contact ground 121.9er. Take care.
Yeah, this almost seems like a...
Ground 121.9er, Walker 4021.
Is it another runway? No, I think it's a taxiway, but... Alright, so we're gonna get our taxi.
Walker 4021, request taxi to company gate.
Walker 4021, gate 4 tree taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 25.
Gate 43 taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 25, Walker 4021. Walker 4021, waiting to cross 25.
Walker 4021, cross runway 25 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 20.
Cross runway 25 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 20, Walker 4021.
Alright, so we're gonna hit another runway at some point, obviously. So, definitely a busy airport from that regard. But in theory, we touch down at, it says negative 41, so definitely very soft, which is okay for a Cessna. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I do not know where runway 20 is, but it's got to be here somewhere. Oh, I see. We're going to turn, it looks like. I'm looking at the map that Beyond ATC has. And so basically, the airport's over there. I did not realize it was kind of that botched up, but it is. Alright. So, runway 20 is coming up.
Walker 4021, holding short 20.
Walker 4021, cross runway 20 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo, Alpha Delta.
Cross runway 20 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo, Alpha, Delta, Walker 4021.
So, yeah. You know, depending on how the traffic will work later, you know, all of this would be moving around. It'd be pretty interesting, I would think. Okay, so we're passing this taxiway. We're going up to the next one. Then we're turning, and then we're heading toward a gate. But again, you know, we've got lights in the middle of the taxiway, all that. But somewhere here is gate 43. It should be pretty much right here. So I'm going to turn in. Like, I think there's a plane there, because honestly, I think 43 is where that Continental is. So that'll be the nice thing, too, when it has traffic. Like, this stuff shouldn't happen, because this plane should be gone, and it's not. But yeah, I think this is gate 43. Well, it is, because I can see on my parking screen where it is. But we are here. We get the flaps up. And then we can stop the engines, and then we will get our credit. You know, we're parked under its wing. No biggie, right? But again, it's FSLTL that's injecting, and obviously it you know, isn't as familiar, so. But hour and 37 minutes to get here. So we've got a race here, and then next week we're going to be heading back north to New York. Going to be taking a trip up to Watkins Glen for the road course. But Got a few flights to go. I think this was leg 25. We've got 37 legs total. I think I did talk about in one episode how it was like, oh, there's an extra flight after the end. There actually is not. There was an extra flight to start, but there's normally 36 races in a typical season, and so that's how we ended up with 37, because basically they flew us from, I think it was LA or somewhere like John Wayne Airport, and then we flew to Daytona for the first race, but we're not returning to John Wayne. We're ending at Phoenix, where the season ends in 2022. May actually end there in 2024 as well, but we don't really care about that part of it. So we'll see how this goes. Again, I think the Watkins Glen Airport's pretty small, so it's probably going to be another Cessna Citation flight. I think we've got plenty of those to go yet. But if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, if you're not a subscriber, haven't subscribed, please consider those things, and I will see you next time.